You nagged me, and now you're not. So. Hello. It's okay for you to bother me, right? What? You nagged me, and are you open? Yeah. Yeah, I'm open. I just emailed it there. What? I emailed it. You didn't get an email from the Richmond Hill? Refresh your mail. Yes, I did. The link is right there at the top. You don't see it.
I didn't think you were going to let me on there for a minute.
You know, it takes a minute. This weekend, I need you to help me tighten the screws on this chair.
Oh, remind me.
Okay, because I tried to do it, but the ones I had didn't work. The screwdriver.
Why am I using... What is that noise?
It's not a noise, it's a ukulele.
Ah, you're giving me a headache. There's my... There I am.
You can mute yourself at any time because you're annoying me.
There I am. Can you see me? Can you see me?
Yes, I see you.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know that Lucas do you ever notice that Lucas renames you?
Yes, I told him to quit that.
Why?
I'll name myself. Why are you making a face?
Well, I'm allowing, so there's buttons allowed to multi-pin. I wonder what that means. Pin.
I don't know.
Hmm.
You know more than I do. Oh, I don't like that. Messed up my rat. Oh, stop. Getting a headache. Why do you have so many little noisemakers?
I don't know, Mike. You know,
Huh?
other people like it.
You got noisemaker. Why do you have
I
so
don't
many
know that
noise?
anybody would ever call a chime a noisemaker
You
or
have so many.
ukulele a noisemaker.
You have noisemakers tonight.
Yep.
Oh, I'm exhausted. Oh, yeah. Let me see something here. I'm going to try and open the agenda without losing everything. Justin's giving a speech, isn't he?
I don't know. I haven't seen the agenda.
Well, pull it up. You can open it.
Yep.
You can open it and have your Zoom open at the same time.
Wow, you're becoming so technical.
Just like magic.
But how you can't have them? How do you have them? You're going to put them side by side?
No, I just.
You'll have to alternate.
Yeah.
But you can do it side by side.
I'm the general evaluator, so I'm kind of like.
Did you not know that?
No.
Ah.
I'm the general evaluator, so I don't have that. I don't have an active role.
I'm printing them in. Do you want one? I'm printing one out for myself.
Yeah, if you can print them, that's fine. VPE, Vice President of Education. All the young ladies signed up, the new young ladies.
Yes, they did. I noticed that Katie signed up for Word again. I guess because she had trouble.
She had trouble?
Remember her mic wouldn't work?
Oh.
You don't remember that? Oh, maybe you missed it because you had to go get Lucas.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, her mic wouldn't work. And then she got it fixed, but that was like towards the middle.
You know, he worked 6 hours yesterday.
Good.
Because he said he got there around 3 and they made him told him to sign in.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I like when they do that.
Oh, yeah. I'm exhausted though. I know one thing I learned from today, solidified, that I don't want to be anywhere where there's traffic.
You don't want to be anywhere what?
Where there's traffic jams.
Oh, yeah, I know. No,
I can't stand them.
So I want to do a poll just because I want to try one. You got a question I could ask the group?
Rate the qual. Well, I don't know. I mean, what
it
what do
can
you
be a
have?
multiple choice or a yes or no.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll ask later. I'll come up with one. I'll do one later.
I can't think of anything.
That's okay. I'm making you. Hey, Amy.
Amy Carroll.
How are you?
I'll be right
Or she could be Carol Amy.
back.
Never know. You be whomever you like. There I am. And just like magic.
Well, it's like when I was talking to her, I kept thinking her name was Amy Carroll, because we're in the South and they have
Right. Everybody has a couple, 3 names down here. Like Billy Bob. I knew a lot of Billy Bobs when I was growing up. Jimmy
We have a
Joe,
lot of
Billy,
Babas.
Billy Joe, Billy Bob, Billy Frank. Always Billy. I don't understand that. I always think Billy was the first name. Oh my gosh, your room is a mess.
My room is not a mess. You need to stop.
Look, that could be our vote. Terry should clean her room. Yes or no? That can put that on you. Put that on your little survey practice.
Yeah,
Put
okay,
that on your
whatever.
survey.
Go away.
Gosh, it's gonna
Amy,
like.
are you going over to the Pottery Barn or Pottery Place this weekend?
I am. I'm going late Sunday afternoon because our hats and our wands are done. So we're going to go paint them.
Oh, cool. And now is it, are they having you do that as a class or you just go when you can?
No, we just go. We can either go pick them up and bring them back another day or just go that day and paint them. So we're
cool.
Well, you're going to your quilting thing tomorrow, right?
Well, that's on Saturday. So Sunday.
Tomorrow. You guess where I'm going tomorrow, Terry?
Yes, dear, I know. Mike's an area director, so he gets to do the area meeting, district meeting is 4 hours on Zoom.
4 hours long.
Oh, wow.
On Zoom. But you said it wasn't that bad.
It's not that bad. I can sit in my recliner and mumble to myself on mute.
Oh, you're the humor master today. Cool.
We'll see. I'm looking up jokes.
Oh, you know you'll find something.
I got a joke. Remind me to tell.
Oh, you're also an evaluator.
Remind me to tell
Are you
Katrina.
evaluating me?
I am. We didn't have any evaluators. I was like,
No,
oh
I
my
know.
goodness.
I should give you my evaluation sheet.
I think it's stuck on the agenda. I think it hooks to it.
It does, but can
Okay.
you can get it, right? It's just the
Yeah.
icebreaker.
The only
the
thing is that it's a PDF, so I can't type in it.
No, I know.
Yeah, I can
know.
type you something else and send it
That's
to you.
fine. I'm not really that excited about the evaluations, just the verbal. Some people want to keep them and I don't keep them. No offense. You can email me other suggestions.
There you go.
So the only thing I would suggest is that what I want is I want you to give me more feedback than you would a new person doing their icebreaker. You know what I mean? Because in a new person, you're gonna say mostly what they did right and have one thing. Whereas me, I want you to, but I suggest that you also say that. You know, Terry has been doing this a long time, so we don't want to scare everybody. Yes, seasoned, and that as a newer person wouldn't get the same type of feedback.
You have to admit Marini. Or you want me
I did.
Oh, I just hit admit.
She's trying to join 2 times. Why does she have 2 names up there?
I
All
don't
right.
know.
Well, there's Katie. Well, she keeps coming up with these good words. Propitious. Hi.
Hello, everyone.
So, Kate.
Oh, there they are.
Katie. Hey. Is that a craft room?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yours looks much neater than mine, as I'm sure Mike would point out.
Look how nice and neat her craft room is.
This is like a few years in the making, though.
What?
Look how nice and clean her craft room is.
I see. Hers looks a lot bigger.
Wow.
Hers looks a lot bigger than mine. You know?
She's not a hoarder.
And you don't know that. She just has, maybe everything's on the other side of the room. I can see it.
She shoved it all to the other side of the room.
Exactly.
Clever.
Like the people that do the videos, when they do the crafting videos, and then they'll say, oh, here's this side, but then look over here. So what type of crafting do you do?
I have a silhouette cameo, so I can make.
You have a what?
Silhouette cameo.
A cameo. It's like
okay, yeah. So you do you use it for paper mainly, or do you use other?
I can really do everything. I also make those tumblers with the glitter.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I can put decals and stuff on that too.
Yeah, I thought about getting a cameo, or what's the other one that most people know? Cricut. But it's all right. I don't need more. You're muted, dear, which is probably a good thing. You wouldn't know if I had one in here anyway. I just kind of slide it on by. I do like those. I've borrowed them from people and tested them out. I use it to, it's really cool because you can cut out shapes and fabric shapes because I can use them for applique. So I do like that. You know, at least I do something. Oh,
I have to do all the cooking and cleaning.
excuse me? You have to do what?
I have to do all the cooking and cleaning.
Yes. Yes. I'm going to, you know, I have the ability to put you in the waiting room. Yes. That's why I realized, because originally they have, you know, we have the waiting room. So, you know, there's stuff about Zoom. You don't want people Zoom bombing. But then I realized we have the waiting room and we can send them back. So that's why I don't mind giving out the Zoom address. We have, so hopefully, we have a person who said they're going to visit from Ireland.
Oh, cool.
Limerick, Ireland. And then somebody else emailed me and said they wanted to visit. And I just said, can you tell me your name? And they never replied. I just wanted a name. So at least when they came, we can, but it's all right. Haley, how are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you.
Okay.
Closed because I just park closed last
I'm good.
Friday on Sunday.
Raining. Hello.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking to my mom. I thought I was still on mute.
No, you're not.
Everyone. Oh, goodness. How is everyone?
Good.
Good. How are you?
Hi, Marini.
Good. Hello, hello. Happy Friday.
Yes.
Columbus Day weekend. Do you all have to go to work Monday?
No, I don't. No.
Yes.
Yes.
I work from home.
Have to.
Yeah.
What about you, Marina? You work Monday?
Yes.
Yeah, but you're working from home. Give me a
Yes.
break.
But the unfortunate thing is Tuesday when I go back to the office, we just got an email. So I don't know if someone in my building or my vicinity had tested positive. They really don't tell us unless if they came in contact with us, but now we have to wear masks the entire time on our desk. Before we could take our masks off, but now if we're sitting at our desk, we have to wear a mask. So that's not going to be fun.
You know,
That's not good.
No.
You know, I've been reading more and more about this. I'm really thinking this is just, the mask isn't making that much of a difference.
I think they just need to let us work from home, period.
Well, that I agree with that.
Oh, you're
But
good.
I don't get to do that.
You're down for that, huh?
Of course.
Absolutely.
I'm sure.
I'll make the sacrifice. But no,
I'll
I mean, now they think they just need to let us all go out and just deal with it.
Because you've worked about 2 weeks in a row now, haven't you?
I think 3 now.
3 weeks in a row.
I think. I'm not sure.
Time for
Not
vacation.
sure, but I don't,
Time for vacation.
Yeah.
And gee, who has worked through this whole
Yeah, but you are, but you're
whole entire COVID pandemic, risking his life each and every day?
Oh, here's our visitor from Ireland.
Yay!
So that's good. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
I don't
Hello.
think he's Hi.
Hi, how are
Hello.
you? Welcome.
Thank you
Welcome.
very much.
Yeah. So are you on a mission to travel around the world, or how did you find us?
I'm doing a virtual tour of the United States. My plan is to go to attend a Toastmasters meeting in every of the 50 states. So
Oh,
this is number 21 tonight. So
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Wow.
so it's just more than random picking. I just go and do a search, and whatever time suits or that
Yeah.
meeting is on, like, you know. And
So have you been on the West Coast yet? Because that would be really late for you.
Yeah, it is. That's difficult. Yeah, I did California, Las Vegas, then there was one or two more kind of late, so I
I was
couldn't
gonna
stay
say,
up.
when because isn't it like 11
Yeah.
something there now at night?
Yeah, it's 20 past 11 now.
So then it would be like 3 a.m. or something.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I didn't realize it was. I didn't realize it was 8 hours. I thought it was 7. So yeah, if a meeting is on at 7, say California, it's 3 o'clock here. So.
And you actually you stayed up that late, huh?
I stayed up that late, right? Like, yeah. So.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, we're glad that you
Cool.
came. We're glad that you're visiting.
So glad.
It's one of the benefits of being on Zoom.
Yeah, that's it. Like, you know, I mean, our own Toastmasters club here in Limerick, we thought we might get back into a room like next month, but it's not going to happen, like, you know, until next year, like, you know, unfortunately.
Yeah,
So
we
we'll
don't
just
know
have to
when. We're probably not going to go back until next year sometime.
Yeah, that's it. Like, yeah, it's
Yeah,
you know, some members are complaining that they can't get what they originally got out of Toastmasters, so we have to try and convince them like that. You can still do your speeches, table topics on Zoom, like.
yeah.
So.
And this is this is another skill. Doing
Yeah,
Zoom.
that's it. It's just like caffeine-free coffee, like, you know, you get the same product without the kick.
I don't know. There's other kicks doing Zoom. Other kicks. Like you get to come visit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, that's good.
And we get to see inside. We get to see inside people's houses. So,
And what's the weather like in South California or South Carolina today?
no, we're in Georgia. Savannah.
Georgia. Oh, sorry. Yeah,
That's
sorry.
okay.
Yeah.
We're right. I'm sure you're running out of. We're right outside Savannah, but the
Okay,
weather
all
is
right.
really nice right now. It's like what 80 degrees.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
really nice. So
That's about, let me see, 80 degrees Fahrenheit is
oh yes, I don't know.
20,
I don't remember
25
Celsius. It's not. Hey, I can Google it.
So, like, this is a good idea. You meet kind of beforehand just to have a chat, like, before you start the meeting.
Yes. So it says on the computer that it's 26.66 Celsius.
Wow, that's hot.
It's hot,
Hot
but
for
yeah,
us.
not for us.
No.
Not for us. Not for us. Why? What is the temperature there?
Oh, here it's only at the moment about 5 Celsius.
Okay, so that's pretty cold. Yeah.
Yeah, it is like, yeah, a lot of rain as well.
I got to
like,
go
so.
back to my computer because I don't know what that is. 41. Okay, yeah. See here, people, like I'm not from Savannah, but people here, they are in gloves, hats, and coats when it's that cold. And they're crying. They are crying.
yeah,
Yes.
we'd be breaking out the snowblower at 41.
Yeah, we laugh because we moved here a couple of years ago and it was like, oh my gosh, these people were insane. So, yes. So if there is a hint of snow, does it snow where you live?
We don't get that much snow because it's more in Europe that get a lot more snow, like, yeah, but here in Ireland, no, it doesn't get really cold or really hot, so it's kind of in between.
Okay. But if they even get a hint of snow, they're running to the store for milk and bread, which I still can't figure out why those two things. So,
Well,
yeah.
lately it's been toilet paper.
Well, that's because of COVID.
Yeah.
Did
that's
you
it, like,
guys have that? Did that happen where you live
Yeah,
too?
that happened.
Okay.
Yeah, that happened here as well. Like, it's
So
crazy.
it was a
like,
run on, so it was a worldwide phenomenon.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
What else?
crazy.
Yeah.
It's like
Bread, milk.
and I don't, it'd be interesting if somebody can figure out where and how that started.
Yeah,
we all
that's
must
it.
have
Like, yeah, I
toilet paper.
know.
I know they say if you see one person hoarding, somebody else will get worried, so then they do it, and then it just feeds on itself. But how did it go around the world?
Yeah, because our prime minister had to announce that no, there's no need to panic buy for toilet roll because there's plenty
Yeah, but
of
nobody
there. Like,
listened. Well, here they didn't listen. They said the same thing, but nobody listened.
That's when everybody starts to panic. And they tell, don't panic. Oh, no, we're going to die.
Hey, Veronica,
Hello.
did you get my text?
Hi.
Or do you just ignore
Yeah.
me?
No,
You just
I did not
ignored
ignore you. I was at work. It took me 3 hours to get to work today. It was a rough day.
Uh-huh.
So I was busy. I didn't
You
ignore you.
missed Terry's coming out on Monday.
What?
What?
You missed,
Oh,
you missed
didn't you
Terry's
get your?
coming out on Monday. I was hoping for a speech by you on that.
Oh,
Yeah, I
no,
saw
I'm
her.
not gonna.
I saw
In
you on the schedule,
PowerPoint.
Terry.
I was gonna say you saw my pictures, so I said
I didn't see it. I thought you could do a PowerPoint.
a video.
on
Did they
that.
do a video?
No, but they do take photos. So if you want
Yeah.
to.
Okay. Did you see the photos?
Did
I
you see
didn't
it?
look. I could, but I didn't look
Oh
out
my
of
God.
Oh, you
respect for
shoulda
you,
looked.
Terry. I
You
was
shoulda-
texting you.
Oh, you sure?
Next week, bring them with
So
you.
now we need to tell everybody. So no way. I had a colonoscopy on Monday, and Veronica works in the office, the doctor's office. So I was like, oh no, you're gonna come watch. So you could have seen the pictures, and you didn't look, but now that's what you're
You should
telling
have
me.
looked.
Yeah, I didn't look. I mean, it's just the inside of your colon. It's nothing.
No, I know you could tell me if I did a good job or not.
It says it on the procedure notes. She'll tell you.
I'm sure. Yep,
Should have brought pictures with you.
that's okay. I'm healthy. That's all I care about. Didn't
Yeah.
remember anything. Those were the two things that were the most important to me. Hey, Natasha. I told them I don't want to remember a thing. And they said, you won't.
And you didn't.
And I
Yeah,
didn't.
you didn't. Did well.
I did not. And they said, I'm healthy. I said, good. That's all I wanted.
So you work in that surgical clinic or that clinic area?
Yeah. So Dr. Northup's the one that does all the procedures. I'm his medical assistant.
Oh,
I do
okay.
all the patients and stuff. She
Cool.
sees the nurse practitioner Danielle. So
Oh, here's Willie.
Cool.
Haley, are you in your craft room?
Yes.
Oh, you have one too. So what do you craft? What kind of crafts do you do?
Everything. Pinterest.
Oh, I mean like everything.
I mean, I paint, I have a Cricut, I do vinyl,
Oh, okay.
I journal, I color. I mean,
Cool.
I do a lot.
Okay, cool.
How you doing, Willie?
Creative minds.
Hey,
I know
Willie.
who to ask to come help me with my house.
Hey, I decorate too, girl. I decorate. And I do little kids' birthday parties.
Oh, well, I remember that.
Got some hidden talents in Toastmasters.
Yep.
I'm in my craft room too.
Yeah. Your recliner.
So what is your craft, Mike?
There it is. Oh my God.
Did you see it?
No.
James, just so you know, I am married to Mike Duncan. So,
Oh.
so you know, we're not all quite this friendly. But
That was my craft.
good.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Adam.
Hey,
Oh.
Adam. And I like the sign that was behind you too, Mike, or to the side of you that said.
You like that?
Yeah. Mhm.
That is my other hobby. Marini, I'm giving you a 1-minute warning.
Okay.
That's
I
my
see,
job. That's
Terry.
my job.
I
I
see
will
Terry.
do the, I got my signal, remember?
You didn't hear what I said, did you?
No, but I know what you said. I saw
I
what
said
you
you'd talk till 7 o'clock and the meeting never would start.
Yeah, right. I'm the one that gets everybody going. I'm looking at the clock.
Tick-tock.
We have 13 people.
Good. Hey, Mr. Thompson, how are you?
Hey, I am excellent and happy to be here. Happy to see everybody.
Yeah.
See all these unique and interesting, shiny faces.
Yep.
Is Mr. O'Dowd from Ireland? Is that what's going on here?
Yep.
Ah, who is that? Welcome.
Madam President.
Well, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and most honored guest. And not sure if I can't see if we have other guests right now, but definitely at least one very, very honored guest. I am so glad to welcome you here. My name is Marini Jackson. I'm the president of the Toastmasters of Richmond Hill. And to get us started with our meeting this evening, I will go over the mission of a Toastmasters Club. And the mission of a Toastmasters Club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every member has the opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills, which in turn foster self-confidence and personal growth. And to lead us this evening, thank you, in our invocation and pledge of allegiance is Toastmaster Haley Miller.
You're muted.
Thank you, Madam President, and welcome, most honored guest and fellow Toastmasters. Our invocation for today, I apologize if you can hear my dog, is I choose to acknowledge imperfections as they are revealed to me and to let them go immediately while retaining all positive learning with regard to those imperfections. And now we will say the pledge. Cross your heart, or cross your hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance
To
the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with life and liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Haley, for giving us that apropos invocation and pledge of allegiance. I'm just going to throw a side note in. I had a call with my mortgage company this week, and the gentleman, he had a dog in the background too. He's like, I'm so sorry. So, and when you talked about letting go of imperfections in our current environment, we all have imperfections. I've been on calls, auditing calls for work, and you hear like washing machines going and dishes being washed. So it's just a part of life. I love what Natasha said, dogs talk too.
They do.
As long as they have. Absolutely. If we can get them to give a speech and become a Toastmaster, let me know.
Haley's dog just did.
Well, to lead us this evening as our Toastmaster of the evening is none other than the charming Marini Jackson, who is myself. And we do have a special guest as Terry mentioned, all the way from Ireland. So I am super, super, super excited that Joe, oh no, it's not Joe. James, thank you so much. We had another visitor named Joe, so please forgive me, James, who is visiting us from Ireland. And we would love to hear from you a bit later in the meeting. But to get us started with our word of the evening is Toastmaster Katie Oldham. And with our word master, she's going to teach us a new word for today.
Thank you, President Toastmaster. Tonight's word of the day is ineffable. And the definition of ineffable is incapable of being expressed or described in words. And I'm going to use it as a sentence right now to show you. I have an ineffable burst of excitement when my husband surprises me with a Starbucks pumpkin spice latte. And that is our word for the evening.
Thank you so much, Katie, for that great word, ineffable. And please be sure that everyone use it this evening. I'm sure we will have many, many ineffable moments this evening in Toastmasters. Now, to lighten up the mood a little bit, we're going to have our humor master, Toastmaster Amy Carroll, share some humor for today.
Thank you, Madam President, my fellow Toastmasters, most honored guests. So you guys ready for some jokes? Let's go, let's go. Okay. I tried making a belt made out of watches. It was just a waste of time. I'll do my own ba-dump-dumps if you guys don't get it. Thank you, Adam. Okay. Hang on. What rock group has 4 guys who don't sing? Ooh, stumped. Mount Rushmore. Thank you.
That's a good one.
Don't bump. Thank you. Thank you. I'm here all night. Thank you. When a can opener is broke, shouldn't it be called a can't opener? Tip your waitress. Tip your waitress. Okay. Okay. Mandatory temperature screenings will be required for fans attending the Foreigner reunion concert. This might be aging me a little bit. If you're hot-blooded, they want to check it and see. Hot-blooded, check it and see. See, might be aging myself just a little bit, That's okay. No, I don't want to say that one. Sorry. It's hard to find them clean. I started my yacht building business in my attic. Sales have been going through the roof. That's all I got for now. Thank you. Thank you. Here all night. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amy, for those those great jokes. Now we will move on to our prepared speeches for this evening. And we have 4 amazing speakers. Our first speaker is Toastmaster Adam De La Rosa. He will be speaking from the Dynamic Leadership Path, Level 1, Evaluation and Feedback. And his time is 5 to 7 minutes. And the title of his, the title of his speech is The Secrets to Winning.
Who wants to hear a secret? Raise your hand, please. I'm going to tell you the secrets to winning. But first off, your character is more important than how good you are at any sport. Your athleticism is only temporary, but your character, the type of person that you are, it lasts forever. Be humble, be compassionate, be grateful, be honest, and always put others first. I am a coach for the 5 to 7-year-old youth at the YMCA. In this position that I have, I've learned 3 things with the children that they are learning as well. To build character, to exercise, and the best part, I don't want anyone to hear this, have fun. It's the best part about sports, about being a coach, and about playing. Building character. So none of us really like to lose, but it happens. And winning is oh so good. But the losing piece is the part that helps us grow the most. And it may seem like going up and shaking someone's hand after they rocked you 12 to nothing on the scoreboard means nothing. But on the contrary, it means everything. When you can gain your composure and walk up to the individuals that you just gave your all against and came up short and shake their hand, that builds something within you, something that grows. And we instill that into the kids. It becomes an infallible piece of their character and their development growth. The other piece that we teach them is teamwork. Teamwork in the fact that not one person wins the game. It takes different positions. It takes different timing by individuals with different skill sets. Some are oh, do I start from the beginning or? I don't know what happened there. I'm sorry.
Just a couple of seconds, Adam.
Oh, okay. I just saw. Anyhow.
You're good.
Playfulness. The next piece underneath the exercise. Playfulness is something in children that is psychologically proven to develop key aspects that help positive behaviors. Creativity, optimism, productivity. Whose boss doesn't want them to be productive, right? But one of the most important things that it develops is cooperation, how to work well with others, whether you like the individual to the left or right of you, whether that person comes to practice on time, or if they give their full effort. It's the same thing on a team as it is at work. And that starts from 5 to 7-year-old. I'm watching these children, my son included, develop these skills that seem simple now, but as adults, we all struggle with in some shape, form, or fashion. Cooperating with a person that smacks their gum too loud a couple seats down from you, or the individual that sends those rude emails. I wonder how they would have changed if they would have had a different coach during maybe one of their earlier years of team sports. What do you think? Another aspect of exercise is the fact that our children today, they just don't do it flat out. They don't do it because we have so many distractions. We go to the park and kids are trying to capture a Pokemon. Some of us may not know what Pokemon are. Some of us cannot spell it. But these children are wandering around the park aimlessly and passing up trees, playgrounds, other kids that are actually playing because of technology. And it's sad. But the YMCA offers this ability for kids to go and express themselves, whether it be through sports or even just playfulness. The last piece is having fun. I said that kind of weak. Having fun. How do you not have fun when you play sports? The whole thing of sports is to win, and that's what you're striving to do. Along the way, you're building character, you're getting exercise in, you're learning how to cooperate a little bit. Maybe it's a little hard at first, but ultimately it's about the fun, the sweat. You fall, your teammates pass you the ball, you get the ball, you run, you shoot it, you throw it, you kick it, you do something with it. As long as you get some points on the board, you're having fun and you're striving for that. And that's the biggest piece that I realized I learned from the children. Through all this in life, we strive to just have some fun, to enjoy what you're doing. Who wants to be locked up in a career that you hate, but you need it to pay some bills? Then that perpetuates into unhappiness, into a sense of failure even, and hopelessness. When if we were to learn some of those earlier skill sets from the YMCA coaching and developing in building your character, in getting that negative energy out with exercise, you'd be at a better place in your life. It all boils down to building your character, getting some exercise in, and having fun while you're doing all that. I have a quote, and in the end, it is and begins and starts and ends with the children. So all kids need a little help, a little hope, and someone who believes in them. Why can't you be that person? That's the secret. Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Adam, for that speech. It was ineffable what sports did for me growing up. So I definitely appreciate what you shared about developing character. Our second speaker is Toastmaster Justin Hagan. He is coming from the Dynamic Leadership Pathway Level 5 elective, Prepared to Speak Professionally. His time is 18 to 22 minutes, and his speech title is How We Learn Any Skill in 20 Minutes. Toastmaster Justin Hagan. Thank you so much, Justin, for that amazing speech. I was just thinking when you were speaking about some of my first driving experiences, and they're pretty ineffable. I will say that. Instead of mine being smooth, I hit the gas. So very interesting experience. Our next speaker is another very seasoned speaker, and that is none other than Distinguished Toastmaster Terry Duncan. She is coming from the Team Collaboration Pathway, Level 1. It's her icebreaker speech. The time is 4 to 6 minutes. And the title of her speech, Confessions of a Seasoned Toastmaster. Distinguished Toastmaster Terry Duncan.
Thank you, Madam Table Topics Master and fellow Toastmasters. As you heard in my title, I am a seasoned Toastmaster. And for our guest's sake, that is something that members of this club have called me on many occasions, and I tend to not be particularly fond of the label. However, I have decided to embrace it because I do believe in seasoning. I enjoy seasoning on my food. I think it adds to life. As a seasoned Toastmaster, I have an inevitable feeling about doing icebreakers. I have done so many icebreakers that I cannot describe the feeling that I have as I am doing this speech. I have been in several different clubs, so of course I've done them every time I join a new club. And now it's a requirement every time you start a new path to do an icebreaker. And for those new members who have not done their icebreaker, I'm going to let you know it will be the most difficult speech you will do because it's the first one. You have no idea what you're doing. You don't know what's expected of you. You want to make a splash. You want to be great. Let me tell you, don't even worry about it. It's 4 minutes of your life. You talk about the subject that you know well, yourself. You can tell a story from your childhood. You can talk about what you had for lunch. You can talk about anything at all. You can make up something and nobody can ever argue with you because it's your life. As a seasoned Toastmaster, I'm going to make a confession that there have been times when I have done icebreakers, I have done exactly that. I have made things up. I needed to have something exciting, something interesting to talk about. And not always is my life that interesting, especially now that we have the COVID. And have you noticed that people call it the COVID instead of just COVID? It's like the COVID, capital letters. Yes, COVID has impacted my life in many, many ways. But as a Toastmaster, a seasoned one, which is really a euphemism for being old, and that's the reason I'm not particularly fond of it, but I'm going to let that go and just embrace it. As a seasoned Toastmaster, one of the things that I do really enjoy about Toastmasters is meeting people that I never would have met. I would never have connected with them. I probably never would have met Amy in any capacity. She's an accountant. I'm not. I have no interest in accounting. I like money, but I have no interest in accounting. She lives down somewhere around Hinesville. I can't remember the town, but she doesn't live anywhere near me. So we would never have met. Marini, I never would have met her. I can't imagine. We don't run in the same crowds. Although now, Amy and Marini, we find that we have similar interests, just like with other people in this club. So that's one of the things that I love about Toastmasters. Now, some of the things that Toastmasters that I don't love. I don't love the fact that it's usually the same people that do things, not so much in this club. We have a great club. This is one of the better ones. Sorry, James. I think it's one of the better ones in the entire world because the people here get involved. We're energetic, we're excited, and we support each other. Now, that is an element of all the Toastmasters clubs that I've visited and been a member of. I have never been in a club where people haven't had each other's backs. So that's an element that's throughout every club. But this club does it better than most. And you will find that if you come back. But most of the time, there's only a few people that do a lot of things. If you get higher up, contests, we tend to have the same people competing. We tend to have the same people judging, doing all the other jobs. It's just like any other area, 20% of the people do 80% of the work. So that's one of my pet peeves. The other one is that people will judge on emotions when you're at a contest. They don't judge on the mechanics of a speech, which is what you're supposed to be judging on. They'll judge on the content. And I've seen that from Alaska, Hawaii, Texas, Wyoming, and even here in Georgia, where that has happened, that the judges don't really know what they're doing. So I'm hoping that we, as the best club in the area, will learn how to be good judges and judge future contests the way that they're supposed to be done. Ladies and gentlemen, I absolutely love Toastmasters. That's why I'm doing another icebreaker and another path, because I do enjoy it. I like telling stories. I even like complaining, which I'm doing now, and I'm doing it with a smile, and you all have to listen to me. So I appreciate that. And I hope everybody has a great day. I am now starting on team collaboration, because I do believe it takes a team to get things
because these
done.
next 20 minutes
Madam
are going to go by
Toastmaster.
like that. Although if you pay attention, you'll find out how you learn any skill, and you just might connect all of the dots in your life for everything that you learn all the way to this very second.
Thank you.
My fellow
Thank you so much,
Toastmasters,
Terry,
our
as
visitor,
a
James from
seasoned
Ireland,
Toastmaster.
all of my friends here
That
tonight.
is excellent feedback.
I'm able to give
And
such
usually
a
the things that
bold,
we're
huge
passionate
statement as
about,
an
pet
intro,
peeves we have,
because this
it's
information
a
isn't
learning
from me.
opportunity for us.
It's
I'm
from
glad
very,
that you
very
present the
smart
way
people
you
that I've been
gave
able
your
to
speech
listen
and you
to,
presented
scholars,
it, but also
teachers, training,
when I
that
was
have
listening,
all
it
talked
just
to me
shows some
about this
opportunities
process.
that we have. So
Although what I will do
definitely
tonight is use
some
very
growth
personal
opportunities
experiences,
for us
and
as a
hopefully you'll
club
be able to
and just
put
for
your
us as
own personal
Toastmasters in
experiences
general.
in there as well.
So well done. That
To
was an
get some
excellent
background, I'll
speech.
take you all the way to the beginning.
Our final speaker
I was
is
born at a very young
another
age.
distinguished Toastmaster.
Some of you will get that on the
Distinguished
ride home.
Toastmaster.
Everything
No.
at that
Okay.
point was ineffable.
Okay, thank you.
Because I couldn't speak. I couldn't walk. I couldn't
Okay, so
talk. I
moving
couldn't do anything.
along.
I was pretty helpless.
We only
I
had
started
3
off in a
speakers
pretty
for
helpless
today.
state. Although I was very fortunate.
Now we're moving
because
on
almost
to a
within
part
seconds,
of
I
the
looked
meeting
up
where
and I
everyone
was
can
able to meet
participate,
one
and
of
that
my
is
first
our table
mentors.
topics. And table
I looked
topics
across
is an
the room. I was
opportunity
very
for us
fortunate.
to
I had
practice
2
our
mentors
extemporaneous
starting
speaking,
off
because
that
even though we
soon.
are in a pandemic
Those mentors
environment,
will help me
you
out
may
with
find
these
yourself
skills.
maybe in
Like
the grocery
talking.
store.
One
If
of my
you do
mentors
go
would
to the
always
grocery
say to
store, some
me,
people order their groceries,
Mom.
but you may find
I
yourself
look
out
up,
and
she'd say,
about and you
Mom,
have
all the time. I didn't know what
conversations,
it
and
meant.
this is
She'd
just a way
keep
for us
saying,
not
Mom,
to be
say
caught off
Mom.
guard,
Then my other
but
mentor would
to
say, Dad.
practice
He would say it in a much lower
speaking
voice, Dad.
and to
Same
lead
thing. I
us
didn't know what he
in
was talking
our
about
table
either.
topics for this
Although one
evening
day I made a decision
is Toastmaster
and I
Michael
said that I was going to
Thompson. And
repeat
before he
exactly
comes,
what my
I'm
first
going to
mentor
let
said. And I
our
said, Mom,
timer, distinguished
very
Toastmaster
clearly, she said,
Natasha Van Ellison,
good job,
just
Justin.
explain
Good
to us about the
job.
time
I
for
was
the
excited.
table
I looked over
topics.
at my other mentor
Hello, fellow
sometime later and I said, Dad, he
Toastmasters
said,
and
good
honored
job,
guests.
son. They taught me
I
how to
would
say
like
those
to
first
take this
words. And then with
opportunity to
walking, I
go over the
realized
timing.
that in this
At
life,
1 minute,
you can't go through life
you
crawling.
will see
I took a stand and I
green.
took that first step and I fell down.
At 1.5
I
minutes,
did that
you
again. I
will
fell down
see
again.
yellow.
Although one day I took a
And
little
at
wobbly step
2
and
minutes,
another
you will
wobbly
actually
step.
see the
Before you know it, I was
red
running
with
around
15
everywhere.
seconds.
Now, Toastmasters, I am being
Thank
a
you.
little bit silly today. Although within that opening story about my progression, I've walked you through 4 stages of learning.
And for some of our newer
With that
or
first
some of our
stage
newer
starting off,
Toastmasters,
you don't
it
know
may be
what you
helpful
don't know.
if you do
You're pretty
volunteer
much
or if you're called
unconsciously
on as
incompetent about
one of our
everything,
table
like a little
topic
baby.
speakers to pin
Same
Natasha
thing
to
happens
your
to us when
screen
we start
if
our
you don't have
careers.
your
Whether
screen
you're a
in gallery
doctor,
view. That's a great way
lawyer,
so
whether
that you
you're a
can not go
bodybuilder,
over
an
time for
athlete,
table topics.
teacher,
If you're an Apple
neuroscientist,
user,
whatever
you
you
can
are,
double click
you start
on
in that career
Natasha's
and you
tile
really
and that'll
don't know what you don't know until somebody
pin her to
tells
your
you,
screen.
or
Not
until
quite
you
sure
find
about
out.
the Android
Like
or
when I started to take
laptops.
those first steps, I was
If
so
someone wants to
excited. I was
chime in on
running
that
around
one.
Hey,
everywhere.
just double
I
tap
didn't
on
even
the
have any
picture.
shoes on. I didn't care. Then
Just
somebody
double
put
tap.
shoes on me. They had shoes on, running around.
Thank
I'd
you.
fall down, have
So
on
now we'll
little
have
shoes
our
like
Table
this,
Topics
running
Master,
around,
Toastmaster Michael
untied.
Thompson.
Didn't even know my shoes were untied. I was just glad to get out the house and run around. It
Thank you,
wasn't
Meta
until somebody said,
Toastmaster, fellow
Justin, let me
Toastmasters,
tie your shoes.
honored
Then I
guests
realized
from across the
something was
pond.
wrong. Then I learned how to tie the shoes for
We've had a
myself.
few speakers tonight, so we're going to rock
That's
through
how we
this. It's
move to that next
October,
stage of learning. We
and
start off, we
October
don't
carries
know what we
within it
don't know until
the
we're conscious
second most
that there's something that
popular
we need to learn.
holiday to children
That
in
stage
the United
from going to
States,
the next
at least.
stage
I'm
to the
not
next
sure about
stage
throughout the world,
takes a
but
level
in the
of
United
humility.
States, kids
Just simply
go to the
realizing
edge of
that
their
there's
fear
something that I
and
don't
dress
know,
up in the
and there's
scariest
somebody else
costumes
that can help
just so
me
they
out
can get
in
a little
that
bit of candy.
process.
Or a lot of candy, let's be real
One
about that.
example
But we
of
get a chance to talk a
me
bunch about
being
this. A lot of
consciously
things have been built
incompetent
up about
actually
All
comes
Hallows
from after I
Eve,
started my
or
career. I
what we
realized
call
that
Halloween.
communication was
Miss
so important.
Katie Oldham,
And I didn't realize how important it was
could
until I
you
started to
please
train on how to
talk to
communicate.
us about what you
I
were
started
maybe
off
afraid
in a
of
group
as a
called
child that you were able to
to learn about
overcome?
professional speaking. We're pretty much just communicating at that point. I went to meeting after meeting after meeting, literally sitting in the back of the classroom,
Something that
just
I was
listening.
afraid of as a child.
Then
that
one time
I
somebody said,
overcame.
Justin, this meeting,
Well, my mom
what I need you to
let
do
me
is listen to
watch
speaker number
certain
1
movies
and come up
when I
and
was growing
evaluate
up,
them.
and still to this day, I have a
That
infatuation with
can't
them.
be too hard. I've listened to it done over
But
and
one
over.
scary
At
movie
this
I
point, I
watched
went up
was
there.
Tremors.
I
And it
can't
had
tell
my
you what I
favorite
said.
country
I don't
singer,
even
Reba
remember.
McEntire, in it.
Although what I
And I
do
was obsessed
remember,
with it.
and what I will never
However,
forget,
with that
is
being
what the
said,
person at the end of the meeting
I was
said when
scared to
they
death to walk on the
evaluated
ground.
my
And after
evaluation.
the first few times of
I
watching
will
that, I
never
made
forget
my
that. He
mom
walked up to the
carry
front,
me from room to room
positioned
because
himself
I
there,
had absolutely nothing, did not want to
straightened his
get
jacket,
down,
looked right at me,
did not want to walk, did not want to
and
even
said,
risk
Justin,
making any vibration noises. So
your
that
job
big
today
old
was
worm
to
would come
evaluate
out the
a
ground and come
speaker.
get me.
And in 1
Eventually,
minute
I've learned
and
that if it wasn't
37
going to come get my
seconds,
mom, it wasn't going to come get me.
you had 19
So,
ahs.
it took a while, and it took my mom to get, from carrying me to
You need to
getting a
work
little
on that.
flustered with
And he
me.
sat down. That was it. That was all he said.
And
I was
she
literally a
finally
few
used to bribe me
few
and say, you know
meetings
what,
into being a
if you're not
Toastmaster, and
gonna
that was my
walk, then you're not
evaluation.
gonna watch the
It
movies.
hit me
And
so
that
hard.
was a really
He
big push
chopped
for
my
me
ego in
because I
half and then
love
chopped it
the
again. I
adrenaline
took a
rush of
hit
scary
that day.
movies.
My ego was
That
so
is
small,
something
it
that
probably
I
could have
was
walked
afraid
around
of
in these
and
baby
overcame.
shoes at that
Thank
point.
you.
I'm so glad that I stuck with it.
Well
Because I
done,
could have
Katie. You
walked
just
away
keep
at that
getting
point and said,
better
this is too
and
much.
better as this life goes
Although
on.
that led me
Excellent.
to my
Well,
next
let's
stage of learning.
take a tour.
where
As I
started
mentioned
to
before,
practice.
we all know how it works here in the
I
U.S.
practiced over
If you
and over
put a mask on, you go
And from
next
that
door to
time, we had a
door,
routine.
say
From
trick
that
or
time,
treat, and it's
from that
these
day to
people's
the next week,
American
I
duty to
probably
give you a
practiced
piece
in
of
the
candy.
mirror. I practiced everywhere, every single day,
Honored
because
guest
I never
James
wanted to go
O'Dowd.
through that type of report
Can you
again.
please tell us how or if
And
this
from that
works
humility of
in
knowing that
beautiful
there was something I
Ireland and
needed
what
to
they do
to
over there
practicing
this
over
time
and
of
over
year?
again, I moved to the next stage of
Thank
learning.
you,
Because once you
Mr.
practice
Tabletop
something over and
Master.
over again, and you start to
So
gain
that is
some
very
awareness,
interesting
and you also start to
current
gain some
topic about
consciousness, some
Halloween.
competence,
So
you're
just
consciously
to
competent in
have a
that
small
skill, and
recap,
you're able to
the
practice it
origins
over and
of
over and
Halloween
over over
come
again.
from an ancient
One really good
Celtic
example of that for
festival
me out
called
of my own
Samhain, which
personal life
the
is when I learned how to
Celts
drive.
here would have had
This
one
was
of 4
around
major
age
festivals.
12 to 13.
So the traditions
I
would have
wanted to
been
know how to drive. I was
carried
always sitting
from
in the
Irish
back seat. By
immigrants
that
across
time,
the
I was
United
in the front
States,
seat. I
and
was
that
just one
became
seat over from
the
driving.
festival, as we know,
So
is
one
Halloween, and
day I
so
was
as it
at the
come
rec
back to
center
us
playing
here.
basketball all day.
So
My mom
it
came
has
to pick me up.
become
I was
here
feeling
in Ireland,
really good about myself that day. I
the
had a good
festival
day
of Halloween
that
has
day.
become more
And I asked my
commercialized
mom,
than what it
how
was
about you
before. When
let
I
me
was
drive
growing
us
up,
home
we
today.
used to have a lot
Let
of
me take the wheel
bonfires
today. And to my
in our kind
surprise,
of
she
in our
said,
neighborhoods or estates. Also, we
maybe
would have went.
let's go to this
We didn't
empty
call it trick
parking
or
lot
treating,
and
but we went
let's show you
to a
something.
few houses in our estates,
I went
not
to
to the
this
extent they
empty
do
parking
now,
lot.
but definitely a
I
lot of
sat in the driver's
bonfires.
seat, put my seatbelt
Um,
on. She told me, look in the
and
mirrors and see if you can see
another
everything.
Irish
I looked in the
thing
mirrors.
coming from that
I
Celtic
hopped
festival
behind that
sound
wheel. I
was
held that
the
steering
ancient
wheel.
Druids
And she said, just
actually
drive around the
believed
parking lot.
in
Drive over
it
there
opened the
and
portal
drive around the
to
corner.
the
Drive
dead
around the other
world.
corner. Picture
And
a
the day
big
after
empty
Halloween is
Walmart
called
parking
All
lot.
Souls Day
And I'm
here, and
sitting
the
there
1st of
holding the
November.
wheel
So
like this,
it was that link
just
between
driving,
the dead world
driving.
and the live
I
world.
see
That's
the
what kind of makes
corner.
it, I suppose, a
I
kind of
turn
like
around,
a very kind
I
of
get back to
spooky
where we're
event.
at.
But answering your
And I
question,
let
yeah,
go. And
we
I'm
do the same
excited.
here.
This is
And
my
now
first time
everybody's like
driving.
pumpkins, candy,
I
as
get
we
excited. I
call it
get
here in
home. I
America, we
tell
call it
my
sweets.
other mentor
And
what just happened.
I don't think there's not going to
He
be
said,
much
okay,
celebrations here
you
this
can
time,
drive now, huh?
probably due to restrictions, but
I'll wait maybe a few
definitely
weeks
I look
later or
forward to it. And I
so.
know that's like
We're on a
Halloween
back
soon. Thanks very
road. I'm
much,
in my dad's
Mr.
car.
Tabletop
Picture an old 89 Cadillac sedan DeVille.
Awesome. Thanks for the
Seats,
history
there's a
lesson
movie.
and
Hops in,
cluing
it
us
says,
in.
hop behind the
And
wheel, son.
no,
I hop
we should
behind
not
this
give out
big old
treats
wheel.
on
I
Halloween,
have
but
to
I'm going to give you
literally,
my
I'm on the
address at
edge
the
of the
end of this
seat to be
meeting.
able
Just
to
go
reach
ahead
the
and send your
pedals.
treats
So
to
I'm
my
behind the
address,
wheel. He
care of
says,
Michael
pull
Thompson,
out. You look to
Toastmasters, and
the
send all
empty
your
back
chocolate
road. Nobody's there.
candies,
Nothing but
preferentially
field
with
and
almonds.
highway. So I'm driving. I
On a
pulled
somber
out
note,
to the lane. So I'm driving.
Americans, and I believe
45 miles per hour,
rock
50
fans
miles per
throughout the
hour.
world are
50 miles
mourning
per hour, 65. I'm going
loss of one of the
65
great
miles
guitar
per
players of
hour. I'm
all
12,
time, the
13
great
years old
Eddie
on a
Van
back
Halen.
road. I'm like, Dad,
He
I'm
was
driving. He
awesome.
says,
He was
keep your
awesome.
eyes on the road,
So,
son.
Miss
So I'm
Haley Miller,
driving. And then all of a
can
sudden,
you clue
I
us
see a
in on
huge truck
maybe who
coming
your
in the
favorite
other lane. He
rock
was
or
like, keep
pop
your
group or
eyes on the
performer
highway.
is? And
A
go ahead,
huge
live a
truck
little
coming.
bit,
All of a sudden,
sing or tell us a
boom,
few of the
it flies
bars of one
past
of your
me.
favorite
I can
songs by
literally
this
feel
person.
it. I'm still
Well,
driving about 65 miles per
thank
hour. And I'm
you,
like, oh, I did it.
fellow
I'm holding onto
Toastmaster
the wheel so
Michael,
tight. And he said, okay,
and
up there. Do you see
most
that
honored
sign? Pull
guest
over
and
when you get
other
to that
fellow
sign.
Toastmasters.
So I'm over there. And I pull
I
over.
will
I'm
not
holding on.
sing for
I
you.
literally
You're
peel
welcome.
my hands off of the
But
wheel.
my
My
favorite
heart's
pop
pumping. I'm
singer
so
is
excited about it. I
Kesha.
get to school. I'm telling everybody I'm driving now. I'm
She's
feeling
been
really
my
good.
favorite pop
And
singer
fast forward
since
to
I was in
literally
high
yesterday.
school, and I still listen to
I'm
her
heading
music
to an
to
appointment.
today.
I always have a bottle of
jam her
water.
music
I have an
in my
apple,
car.
some type of muffin.
I really
I'm playing
enjoy
an audio
Kesha.
book,
I
listening
hope
to
to
the
go to a
audio book, thinking
concert
about how I'm going to
soon.
have a good appointment. I get a call. I'm
She's
answering
really
the
my
call. I have a
favorite,
conversation.
and
Flip back to the
I have
audio
all
book,
of her
taking a sip of
albums.
water. I'm doing all
My
these
friends
things.
have given
That's
me
way
her
different
CD
than
for
how I
my
would have acted
birthday,
on that back
and
road where I could
I still
have
have
to
the
tell
CD
somebody to
player in
keep
my
my eyes on the
car,
road.
and I can still
At this
play
point,
Kesha in my
I've practiced
car.
driving
I don't even play it
over
from my
and
phone. I
over
play it
and
from the
over and over
original
again so
CD.
many times to where
I really
I'm at
enjoy
a higher level of
Kesha,
learning. That
and
one of the
that is
last
my favorite
stages
pop
of
singer.
learning.
Thank you,
I'm
fellow
transitioning into that
Toastmasters.
last stage because I practice over and over again to
And
where
that is totally
some of
excellent.
the parts of
That's what
driving, I almost
music
do it
is an awesome thing.
unconsciously.
Well, let's
Has
continue
anybody
moving
driven
on.
home and just
You mentioned it,
not even
James
remembered
mentioned
the
it a couple
ride?
minutes
Just
ago.
hop in
One
the
of
car,
the
you just go.
cool
You go to work
traditions
every
this
day.
time of year
You
that
just
our
end up
friends
at work.
south of the
You don't
border
even think about
deal
it.
with is El Dia del
That's the
Muerte,
next stage
the
of
Day
learning.
of the Dead.
You're unconsciously
And one of my
confident in certain
favorite
skill sets because
movies
you
of
practice it
all
so
time,
much.
which is coming back around
One great example
this
of
weekend
is
in
not my own
theaters near
personal
you,
example,
is
but it comes
Coco.
from
If you have
athletes.
never
You
seen
see athletes
Coco,
that this is
go
a
watch
popular one
Coco.
right
Great
here.
movie. Who
Just
cried
do it.
when they saw Coco?
The Nike cap. They just
I
do
did.
it.
It
Just
was
because they've
awesome.
done it so many
So,
times, it comes
Miss
natural. It's almost like they're
Jamelia
in the
J,
zone.
we believe you're
If
with
you may
us. We see
remember,
your name.
there's a commercial that happened a
Jamila,
while back. It was a
would you
McDonald's commercial.
join us and
But
tell
two
us
American basketball
of a
players,
favorite
at this point, they're
Halloween
considered
movie or something
legends.
similar
These
that
two
you could
basketball
share the
players,
plot with
Michael
and why you
Jordan
love
and
it so
Larry
much?
Bird, were in this commercial. I'll set the commercial up for you. Larry Bird's in the gym, just shooting shots, shot after shot. And Michael Jordan walks in with a bag of McDonald's.
Mike, I don't think she can
Looks like
get
she's
on.
here.
Bird says,
I don't think that she
"Big
can,
Mac."
I don't think she can
Mike says,
participate.
Big Mac.
I think she's,
All right.
Fries.
I think she's just listening. Yeah,
The
okay.
player,
Okay,
Larry Bird,
let's
looks at him and
move
says, "I'll
over
play for
then
it."
to the boundaries
one
of
miss
that
has to watch
largest
the other
military
end.
installation
They
east
take
of the
one
Mississippi,
shot
Fort
after another,
Stewart,
one
and
shot
beautiful
after another.
Hinesville,
They're
America,
shooting
and Mr. Willie
three-pointers. They're at the
Brown.
free throw
Willie,
line on one knee. They shoot it.
talk
He
to us
makes it. They're
about
shooting
one of
shots
your favorite
off the
movies.
shot
If so,
clock,
what around
off the
the
ground,
theme of
on the
Halloween or
backboard.
scary movies, if you
Nothing
can.
but net. Before you know it, they're shooting shots all the way across the court. It finishes off where they're outside.
You with us,
They
Willie?
shoot a shot
There we go.
across the
Unmute.
street, through the
Unmute.
window, off the wall, nothing but net. They keep going on, and nobody misses. That's a commercial. A lot of that is fake, although there is a lot of truth to that because they practice so much. You think about it, there was a
Can't hear you
game where
yet,
Michael
Willie.
Jordan was playing. He was at the free throw line. At the free throw line, and there was another player
All right, one
giving
more
him
time if
trouble
you
that
can.
game, Dikembe Mutombo. And he looked at him. He said, "Mutombo, look, I'm gonna make this with no
Okay,
eyes." And he literally
we'll pass
closed
this
his
time.
eyes,
Try to work on it.
shot
We'll
a
get this
free throw,
again.
and made it.
Who's got?
And gave his
So,
signature shrug.
Adam, it looks like
Laughed
you
at
got a
him.
partner over there. Do you think that Anais can officially join us and talk to us about
That's the point. He
a
practices so
favorite
much to the point
Halloween
where he can
movie or
literally do
scary
it
movie
with his
that she
eyes
enjoys?
closed. The same thing, an example for Larry Bird, the other person in
Mr.
the
Table
commercial.
Topic.
There's an old
Michael
video.
Thompson,
You can
Michael
pull it up
Thompson.
on YouTube
My bad.
where he's doing a shooting
So
training
my
video,
favorite Halloween
practicing
movie
shooting the ball with
is
his coach.
definitely
And he shoots a
Hocus
shot.
Pocus.
And he makes it. And his coach
For all
says,
those-
look how
for all
Larry
those,
moves his
I
elbow when
would
he shoots the
say
ball.
early
And
90s,
he points out
late
another thing. Look at
80s
how he
babies
does his
were
fingers when
probably
he shoots
obsessed
the
with this
ball.
movie.
And he says,
It's a
now Larry,
Disney
show him what
classic, came
happens
on,
if you bring the ball back
like,
too
for
far
weeks,
and
starting
you
in
miss
October.
it. Show him
My
how
sister
that
and
makes
I
you
would
miss the
just
ball.
enjoy
And
watching
he does. He
this.
does
We
this
would
weird
make hot
shot and he
chocolate,
shoots it.
we would
And he
curl
says, that's
up.
what
We just
happens.
loved
And he
it.
makes it.
It's not very scary.
And he looks at
It's
Larry and
kind
says,
of
I
fun
told you to
and
miss the ball. Try to do it
adventurous.
wrong.
I
He does it
love the
again. He
adventurous
makes it
part of it.
again. And he just,
And I always
and Larry
imagine what
says,
it was
I
like
can't help
to
it.
fly through the air.
Because
It
he's
would be
practiced
amazing.
doing it right
Just
so many
carefree, you
times
know?
to where it's
It was
hard
just a really
for him
fun
to do
movie,
it wrong.
and there was just a lot of sarcastic
With
remarks
personal
and
development,
your typical Disney
there's somebody who you
awesome
may or may not know
characters
named
and
Jim Rome.
development. It was just a great
He's considered
movie.
probably
Following
the
that would
father
definitely
of
have to be
modern
the new and
personal
improved
development. All of
Coco.
the
That is another
trainers
great
and speakers
movie.
today credit
Gives
him in
such
some
good
way.
historical
There is a
background.
point to where somebody
Is
asked
very
Mr.
very
Rome
aligned
what is
with the
personal
Mexican culture.
development, a very
Yeah, I
basic
really enjoyed
question.
that. My dad is
And
from
they say
Mexico,
that he
so
looked up and
when I
he
saw that
kind of like we
movie,
do
I
when we
wasn't
get a
sure
table topics
how it
question.
was
He
going
took
to
a
actually
pause
play out
and he
with the
gave an
culture.
answer. They said years
But
later they asked him it again.
watching the
He gave
movie
a
and following
similar but different
the
answer.
storyline, I was
And
very
over
impressed with that
time,
movie as well.
different people as
So
well
for
as
those of
Mr.
you that
Rome and
haven't
other
seen
people
either
have come
one,
together
I
and
recommend
given a
you
definition
sit on the
of
couch,
personal
curl up with some hot
development
cocoa,
to
and put on one of those
simply
movies. Table
rehearsing
Topics Master.
who you want to become and the way that you want to become that person. That's
Thank you.
personal
The
development.
quality of these table
Now that
topics
you've been
tonight
able to hear this process of learning,
has
going
left me
from
ineffable.
like a little
With
baby,
that,
not
I will put
knowing
it right
what you
over
don't know,
to our
to
Madam
being humble
Toastmaster.
enough to realize that there's something that you need to be
Thank you
taught by
so
possibly
much,
somebody
Mike,
else
for
or in
those
some way,
great table topics.
to practicing that
Now
skill
we will
over
move
and
on
over and
to
over
our
again
evaluations.
to the point where you're able to
Our
do it
first
right.
and
And at
before I
this point,
bring up
you're
the first
rehearsing
evaluator,
that
the
skill
time for the
exactly the way that you want to
evaluations
be.
for this
If
prepared
you're able to
speeches is
take
2 to
that
3
model
minutes. Our
and use
first
those
evaluator
steps and
is
apply it to
Veronica
whatever
Thompson
skill you want
evaluating
to apply it
Adam De La
to,
Rosa.
you'll find yourself being confident and
Thank you,
confident
Madam
at whatever
Toastmaster. Thank you,
task
fellow
you
Toastmasters.
choose.
And thank you, honored
Madam
guest, and
Toastmaster,
especially thank you, Adam. This was a wonderful speech, and starting off with your title, The Secrets to Winning. It was very intriguing, and when I read it and you say it, it pulled me in with a sense of anticipation. And it was a really good title. It kind of grabbed everyone's attention right off the bat before you even started speaking. It's a really good choice on that. Your excitement during the speech was ineffable, as it is always with all of your speeches, table topics. Whenever you speak, you always put a personal touch into it. And it's really interesting. And no matter what the topic is, everyone's always listening, making eye contact with you and paying attention. And it was great. I also love the personal touch you put into it when you talked about being a coach. It was accentuated by your outfit, that nice Astros t-shirt you are wearing, kind of put us into the mood, and how you incorporated your personal ideas and personal experiences into your lesson, such as talking about how shaking the other person's hand, the other team's hand, even when you lose, I think is a really feeling that's universal to anyone who's ever played sports. So we understand that feeling of losing, but still it's gotta be a good sport about it. So also, starting at the beginning, you engaged the audience really well when you said, "Who wants to know a secret?" in a nice whispery tone, which is a very good use of vocal variety. So who doesn't want to hear a secret? Everyone is kind of pulled into that. And then you accentuate that you wanted the secret was to have fun, and you accentuated throughout their speech. And also I like how you used it at the end of the speech as well. I was also very impressed with your visualization of your events, especially when you use that phone in front of you. And actually that pointed out how good your eye contact was throughout the speech. When you put the phone, and we noticed how you look in phone, you walked around and kind of pulled us out and made us chuckle, made us pay more attention to the speech. It was really good use of the prop. And I was not around for the first iteration. This is the second time you gave this speech. But after discussing with you that eye contact was one of the things to improve, I think you did very well in your eye contact throughout the speech. You were making really good eye contact with the audience, used your emotions really well, your facial expressions were really good. Just one piece of advice, I did notice how your eyes went down just a couple times to look at where your quote was on that piece of paper. And a suggestion with this medium especially, sometimes I like to have my notes on my computer. Sometimes it makes me want to read to them, but if it's just like a quote, you can slide your eyes over really quickly instead of looking down to them. So in the future, maybe suggest putting them on the computer. But it was a fantastic speech. I really like how you summarized each point. You reiterated at the end, said had fun in the beginning, you tied it back up at the end. And sometimes I forget the main point of speeches whenever I get so invested in them, and I think you did a good job. So great job as always, and thank you. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Veronica, for that great evaluation. Our second evaluator evaluating Justin Hagan's speech is Toastmaster Michael Thompson.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, and especially Justin. There's so much to talk about that this speech of yours, so my evaluation is going to take from 18 to 20 minutes. No, this was great. I look forward to Justin's speeches, but in this case, using the baseball metaphor, you hit it out of the park this evening, Justin. This was awesome and worthy of paying the price of admission for this evening's. You started us off. Notice Justin didn't start us off with the sadly enough title, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, and all that. He saved that for a couple of minutes into the speech where he could open up and get us intrigued and interested about learning any skill. So he showed us really a professional technique of just going right in and grabbing our attention right away. And that's what we came here for, right? He walked through this classic old organization of unconscious competent, conscious competent, or unconscious incompetent, like yours truly or some of that. But it was really well done. And what great organization, Justin. Really appreciate the fact that you went through these 4 stages, moved them one to one with a great chronological organization, starting out when you were a baby and moving on to more things that we can all totally relate to, like learning how to drive. Looking forward to that day when Veronica Thompson finally learns how to drive well. But very excellent things that we could all relate to very clear ones, and then you moved on. Other great things was your gestures, your physical movement were really excellent, especially for what we have to work with here on these screens. You gave a great example of excellent eye contact by putting yourself really down into the screen and seemed to be peering right through our souls when you made a big point. And that was good. Great use of that. Everything from literally peeling the hands off the steering wheel and various other great examples of wonderful wordcraft along with your speech. With an educational speech and all that, so I was thinking, okay, well, this is going to be good. And I can't wait. And I hope, and I wrote down on my evaluation call to action. I was excited to see what's he going to do, how's he going to do to finish this speech to really get us moving and go into that. And you didn't disappoint. You came up there and brought up the thing about being confident and competent, and you went back and reviewed the major parts of the speech with us. Finding something to improve on, that's pretty tough. I just squeezed for this. The only couple things I might be able to do is continue to work on this speech. Keep it. Stir up desire at the first. You talked about finding out how to learn a skill. Maybe talk about, hey, have you ever been to a situation where you have to learn something that's so important to you that's going to be a career-changing game or something? Maybe work on stirring us up a little bit more on something we have to learn badly. And then also, something that's always good, try to get into, maybe do this speech, of course, when you're standing. I can't wait to see this sometime face-to-face and watch you use your body language and all that kind of stuff to draw us in. Other than that, this was a well-done speech, Mr. Justin Hagan. And I hopefully get a chance to see it again. And yes, I'll save a couple of dollars because when the time comes, I would pay money to hear you speak. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Mike Thompson, for that great evaluation. Our third evaluator evaluating Toastmaster Terry Duncan is Toastmaster Amy Carroll.
Thank you, Toastmaster, for the evening, Madam President, my fellow Toastmasters, and most honored guests. So tonight I had the privilege of evaluating Terry Duncan, a seasoned Toastmaster. Not paprika, ladies and gentlemen. No, she's that high-end steak seasoning you get from the specialty store. That's what Terry is. Well, first of all, Terry, you're a natural. It is so hard to critique you and tell you stuff that you need to improve on, especially when you don't touch your glasses while you're talking. That's my main thing, and you took that away from me. But let me see if I can manage to come up with something. Okay, so I like the fact that you started by reaching out to the new members, because being that I was a new member not that long ago, I needed that. I was terrified of staring up there and speaking in front of this group of people. So just to hear you say that you're not going to die by doing this makes such an impression, okay, because I clearly thought I was going to die when I was walking up there, so that was excellent. And the fact that this was supposed to be an icebreaker, but you took the opportunity to pull in the new members, let them know that they weren't going to die, and also promote the club. Excellent choice, because you're right, you've probably done a million of these icebreakers. So not that we don't all love hearing your story again, but we appreciate that you took your platform to kind of reach out to the new members and promote the club. So thank you, Terry. And I felt that you make people feel at ease when you're doing this. I loved your hand gestures. They were very well done. It wasn't all over the place. You didn't cut your eyes or anything like that. So that was really good. And just the way you were, the way you talked about how you can do your icebreaker on anything. You can even make stuff up. That was a little scandalous. Eek, but you know, we're willing to forgive. Like I said, probably after your 10th icebreaker, I'm pretty sure you started talking about you were Superwoman and actually came from a different planet or whatever else you could think of just to kind of jazz it up. So I get it. The only thing I would critique is that we did see you flipping pages. I mean, I could tell you weren't referring to them. So I don't know if it was the evaluation or what the agenda or what you started flipping, but I could tell you weren't reading them. So I didn't know if you were trying to do it as effect or something, but all of a sudden we just saw these white pages coming over. So that's the only thing I would say, be conscious of that. But other than that, I thought it was a great speech. I'm sorry I would critique more, but you didn't leave me a lot of wiggle room. Next time, touch your glasses and maybe do a bad hand gesture once in a while, so give me a little material. But other than that, you did great. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amy, for that evaluation. Now we'll have our timers report by Distinguished Toastmaster Natasha Van Ellison.
Do you all time the evaluator, the general evaluator? No, you don't? Okay. Okay. Speakers, I'll do this in order. Adam, 7 minutes and 1 second. Justin, you barely made it. 18 minutes and 1 second. I don't know what's going on with these ones. You barely made it. Who was my next word? Terry. And I smacked. I don't know why I'm smacking here. Terry, 5 minutes and 29 seconds. Now moving on along to our, let's see, our table topics. Katie, 1 minute, 27 seconds. A great improvement, yes. James Odell, 1 minute, 42 seconds with a little wiggle room there, 44 seconds added there. Let's see, Haley, 1 minute, 8 seconds. And I didn't quite get Mrs. De La Rosa, Adams's wife. What is your name? I didn't quite hear your name.
Anna?
Anna?
Yeah.
Anna, great job. 1 minute, 27 seconds. Now, evaluators. Veronica Thompson, 2 minutes and 58 seconds. Excellent. Michael Thompson, 3 minutes and 46 seconds. But it was very good. It was excellent. Great feedback. Amy Carroll, 2 minutes and 52 seconds. And I do believe that concludes my report. I'm trying to fit in ineffable, but I lost again. Great job.
Great job, Natasha. Thank you so much for the timers report.
You're welcome.
Now we will have the ineffable report of our counter and grammarian for this evening, and that is none other than Distinguished Toastmaster Terry Duncan.
I'm back. All of you members know how much I love being the grammarian and odd counter. James, for your benefit, this is fun because I get to pick on everybody. Marini, our illustrious president, you like the phrases, now we will have, you just said that one, as we move on, just do it. You know, I didn't hear any ums, you just like those catch phrases. Katie, I heard 4 ums, which is actually pretty good. Congratulations. There's kind of a baseline, you know, you got to work your way down. I'm looking. Natasha, I'm going to tell you, that's a phrase, it's a filler phrase, and moving on. And you had a lip smack and 2 uhs. Haley, 5 ums. Where's Haley? That's good. That's good. Be happy. Anna, you started a sentence with and so. Just wait and stay the sentence. Amy, you had 3 ums and okay and a couple of so's. James, I heard 3 ums. Evaluation. Veronica, you didn't have any ums, but you had several lip smacks. I'm going to send you the video so you can see yourself, and then you'll know the lip smack. But other than that, I didn't hear any ums at all, and that was a great evaluation too. Mike Thompson, you said with that when you were doing table topics, with that, that's a filler phrase. And I don't get to evaluate the general evaluator, so that's just a shame. And that concludes my grammarian's report. I know I missed something, but that's all right. Madam President, it's all yours.
Thank you so much, Terry, for that. Wonderful.
She tricked me. She told me I was the grammarian, and no, I was the counter, and she was really, she tricked me.
You said you didn't want to do it. You asked me to do it.
Jump up there and bust her.
I have it on the chat.
Call her on her phone.
I know.
I would call security, but
she asked me to take over.
I did ask her to take over, but my goodness,
I embraced it.
I'm eating pizza.
It's an inevitable, I have an inevitable feeling when I do grammarian counter.
I'm going
to
Not ineffable enough. You seem to be able to find everybody.
Oh, well.
Our meeting.
Moving on. Madam President.
Our meetings definitely leave me ineffable on so many levels. And to get our Word Master report, we're going to have our Word Master tell us how everyone did using the word of the day, ineffable. And that is none other than Toastmaster Katie Oldham.
Thank you, President Toastmaster. So tonight, let's do it again. Tonight's word, ineffable, was said approximately 11 times. Miss Natalie, I don't really know if it quite counted, but I counted it since she gave me those 6 seconds last week. So we're good with there. Miss Marini said it more than anybody. She said it 4 times. And the majority of the times it was said was within the last probably 2 minutes. And that is our word report for this meeting.
Thank you so much, Katie. Now we will have our general evaluator who will evaluate the entire meeting. And that is none other than distinguished Toastmaster Terry Duncan's other half, Mike Thompson. Excuse me. Oops, sorry, Mike Duncan. That was a Freudian slip. Sorry, Mike
A scandal.
Dolphins of Rye in the state of Georgia.
Let me be the first to congratulate you, Michael. Madam Toastmaster of the evening, fellow Toastmasters, and our honored guests, this was an ineffable experience tonight. This was an outstanding meeting, and my job is to walk us through the meeting and look at all of the great things we did tonight, and then look at some things that we might be able to do a little bit better. Madam President, you took us off right on time, and that was great. Invocation, I loved your reading. I love the reading that you had. You talked about our imperfections, and that's really why we're here, because we all have some imperfection in our speaking abilities, our communication ability, our leadership abilities. And we recognize those, and we work on them. And that was really timely. Great with that. Madam Toastmaster of the evening, I think you did an outstanding job tonight. A couple of things. You started to introduce the first speaker, and then you kind of stumbled on the introduction, and you said out loud, "Oh my gosh," or something like that, which made me know that you stumbled. If you lose your place or you get confused, the best thing to do is be quiet. Because if you're quiet, we don't know you're confused, and you'll trick us every time. But verbalizing it, we were like, "Ooh, she's in trouble." So great job as Toastmaster of the evening. You kept us on track. You kept us moving. You made the meeting fun. Word Master, you had a great word tonight, one that I could actually almost pronounce correctly, and I appreciate that. A lot of folks used it, as you mentioned. Humor, what can I say? I kid you. I kid you. I enjoyed it. You had some really good, interesting jokes, and they were all clean. We had great speakers. I really enjoyed the speeches tonight for our new members. That was a lesson on giving speeches at different levels. Justin was way at the level 5. Terry was starting at level 1. Every speech level has different criteria. You kind of got to see a little bit of that tonight. Table topics, I enjoyed the questions. I think they were right on time with the season. Our responses were great. They were informative. I loved hearing them. Timer, you did an excellent job. You had the backgrounds and were easy to see. That was perfect. Odd counter, my schedule says Natasha Van Allison.
He asked me to take
I got
over.
confused when you started talking. I thought you were did very good at catching the various things. And we almost all of us appreciate that. Not all of us, but some people do. Great job with the odd counters. I want to hit the evaluators because one of the big portions of general evaluator is evaluating the evaluators. Veronica, this was probably your best evaluation. You were very specific in the good things and the things to improve. And that's always important. You had suggestions for improvement. That was awesome. You used gestures. And most people, when they do evaluations, they don't do gestures. They're kind of quiet and subdued. But I think the gestures you gave tonight really added to it. You were enthusiastic with the evaluation. And we should be enthusiastic with our evaluations. It's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. And that's why we're here. A couple of suggestions I would have for you: slow down a little bit, because when that gate opened, you took off like a bullet. Slow down a little bit. When you make a suggestion, pause, give the person and give the rest of us an opportunity to process what you said before you go to the next item. So slow down a little bit, bring Captain America back. That's a must. All in all, I thought you did. This was probably the best one I've seen from you. Great job with that. Michael Thompson, excellent evaluation. You had specific, you were very, there was no guesswork about what you saw tonight. We knew exactly what you saw. Suggestions for improvement, they were there. Amy, the same. I would encourage you to do more evaluations as you go forward, utilizing the sandwich technique that you did tonight, the good, the bad, the good. And maybe like Veronica, add some excitement to it. You're actually helping another person out. So bring that to the table. And I thought you did an excellent job tonight. This was an outstanding meeting. We had about 15 people in attendance tonight with one, thank you, Veronica, with one guest, which we're so happy to have here. It was the meeting of all meetings. And James, you're a lucky man because you have picked the best club in the United States of America to attend. And tell your friends, but tell some of your other club members to join us one week. We'd love to have you. Madam President.
Thank you so much, Mike, for that. And I must say, Mike Duncan, for that great evaluation of the meeting. I had to redeem myself there real quick. But thank you so much for your evaluation of the meeting. I know we're a little over time, but I would love to hear from our guest, just some of your feedback, what you thought of the meeting. And I know that you said you visited some other meetings here in the US, but just your experience this evening. We'd love to hear from you, James.
Thank you, Marina. So this, as I explained before the meeting, I'm doing a virtual tour of the United States since we can't actually leave our own country or travel. So I never actually intended to do this, but I'm trying to visit a Toastmasters club in each of the 50 states. So this is number 21. And yeah, when you visit other clubs, you get a different perspective on how people run the clubs, and you hear different things. And tonight this club was full of energy. There was good camaraderie between all the members, and the speeches were really high quality, and the evaluations and the table topics also it just showed how you could do a fun meeting and have it very professionally as well. So that's a really kind of high compliment to this club. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was good to hear as well the Georgian accent. I don't know many people here are originally from Georgia, but I could hear it in a few people, and it's a really nice accent. So well done, and I won't keep you too much longer. Thanks very much for having me, Terry. And if you want to, I'll give our details of our club. Our next meeting is on the 20th of October, but that's a speech contest. But we'll have meetings in November, and I'll send a Zoom link for them if you want to attend. The only thing is, it's 5 hours behind, so it'll be 3 p.m. US time. So thanks a lot, guys. Awesome.
Well, thank you so much, James, for choosing our club to visit. And I'm going to slide it in there because Terry did in the chat. But we have, of course, members in other states in the United States. But one of my personal goals is it would be great if we had members from other countries. Just want to throw that hint out there. If you want to join, we'd love for you to join our club too, if you want. Or once everything lifts, if you want to come visit us. I will say this, St. Patrick's Day is a big holiday in the Savannah area. So that will give you a great reason to come visit us. A big Irish population in Savannah. Great celebration. So just if you think about us in March, we'd love to have you join us. And if everything with travel opens up, we'd love to see you in person as well. Do we have any announcements for the betterment of the club?
Real quick, Madam President, if I may, everyone should have a mentor assigned now. Mentors, please reach out to your mentees and help them get enrolled in Pathways. And if you have any questions about Pathways, reach out to me and I'll help you with that. But our newest members should be getting ready to work on level 1 and start formulating their icebreaker. I believe I have this right. Adam just completed level 1. Justin just completed level 5. Is that right? And Terry just completed level 4. If you think we're not doing things in this club, I have just proven to you that you are incorrect. We are moving educationally. Get our ones and twos motivated and moving, our brand new members started in Pathways, and it's going to be a very good Toastmaster year. Madam President.
Well, I just wanted to give a huge congratulations to everyone who is progressing in Pathways. And I know it's been said in the chat, but as I'll take this from our well-seasoned Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Terry Duncan, new members, just rip the Band-Aid off. Get started. And once you get started in your path, then you'll just see how rewarding it is. And I can just say from my personal experience, just how much you learn about yourself. And then even as you start on new pathways and some of the projects in the level 1, level 2, they're the same or similar, but then you're at a different place in life when you're doing the next path. So it's interesting to do similar projects, or as Terry said, you're doing an icebreaker in another path for those who are completing paths, but it teaches you something different, or you see yourself a little bit different, or you share something different when you're in a new path. And Terry, did you want to speak
I do need
about
to say one thing. Beverly
Okay.
had to go back in the hospital for a couple of days. She's home. She didn't have she's okay, but I'm going to do a membership orientation for the new members. So I'll be emailing you and we'll get together on Zoom. I'll show you how to use your Toastmasters.org. You kind of already know how to use the club's website, but I'll show you how to, we'll go through and help you pick your path if you haven't done it yet. So I will email you. We'll find out when's the best time to do it. And Natasha, no, I'm not sending you anything. And thank you, Madam President.
And thank you again, James, for visiting. And I just see Willie said he has his application completed. So yay, welcome as our newest member of the Toastmasters of Richmond Hill family. So we are so excited to have you join us. Are there any other announcements? Well, I'll make an announcement. We do have the division speech contest on next Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And our very own Adam De La Rosa will be competing in the division table topic speech contest. So those of you all who can support, please definitely support our very own Adam De La Rosa. The contest, I don't think it should take more than an hour or so. So for those who are in different time zones, that is Eastern Standard Time. Uh-oh.
It'll only take about 30 minutes, probably. It'll be short and sweet. So.
Okay, perfect. But definitely mark your calendars. Saturday, October 17th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But if there are no other announcements, thank you all so much. Have a great Columbus Day weekend, and I look forward to seeing everyone next Friday.
Thank you very much. See you. Good night.
You're welcome. Good
Bye.
night.
Thank you for
Thank
coming.
you.
Good
Hey,
night.
have a good week, everybody.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Guys, get off, please.
Bye, everybody. I'm just
Bye.
waiting. All right. I'll see you later.
Okay.
Have a good weekend.
You too. I was checking the
just gonna-
chat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. There was a lot of chatting going on.
See.
Well, and then I
Okay.
don't know if people sent you stuff privately either. So good meeting. Wow, it went late. But see, we didn't know, I don't think Mike knew that Justin's speech was so long. He wouldn't have scheduled 3 speeches.
Well, I'm glad Natasha dropped out.
I
then, 'cause-
know. But he needs to, people need to tell him when it's that long so he can block it out, because it was it was a good speech, but that's still a long night. I don't think we've ever gone to 8 o'clock, and we did. So yeah. All right. Well, have a great weekend. And are you thinking of going over to the pottery place this weekend at all? Midnight Pottery?
I wasn't.
No, that's okay. If you decide you want to come over, let me know and I'll meet you over there.
Okay.
Even on Monday. Oh, you have to work. Are you up Monday? Oh, you have to work? Oh, okay. Yeah. So.
I won't be off again until, if I take a day off. But
well, you guys get Veterans Day, don't you? No?
We don't get Veterans Day. We don't get MLK Day. We don't get, we get, I think the company pays for.
The day after Thanksgiving? Do you get the day after Thanksgiving?
I'm already off on that day, but
right.
Yes.
So do they pay you for that? How does that work when you're already off?
I don't get paid for it. I get paid for Thanksgiving, but those who do have that as their work day, they get paid. But then, because the July 4th time frame is like that too. It depends on, everyone gets paid for it, but it depends on if it falls on your work
right,
days.
Right, yeah.
And then same with, I was about to say July 4th. The same with New Year's Day. We all get paid for it, but depending on how it falls, we may.
Right, it won't be a day off. It'll be it'll work into your schedule. Yeah. And I think this year it's on a Friday. So I think you're going to get you're going to miss out on all of them. Because Christmas is on a Friday. New Year's is on a Friday, which I like because it's a 3-day weekend. I know I'm yawning too. All right, I will talk to you later. No, it's okay. It was a really good meeting. Were you going to ask me something?
I was going to ask one quick question about Beverly. I know you said
she said that she had to go in because she was dizzy. Because I had texted her about, hey, we need to do an orientation. And if you want me to help you, I'll help, And she called me today and said she was in the hospital again. She'd gotten dizzy, but it wasn't a stroke this time. It's good. It's something, the crystals in your inner ear, I guess as you get older, for some people, they deteriorate. So it's that vertigo. So she has to either do exercises and medicine. So she's probably not going to be back for a little while, but as far as membership, she probably won't want to do much with it right now. And I was like, that's okay. I like doing it. So we'll just leave her name on there and I'll just do it. There's not that much to it. So
yeah. If there's anything I need to do to jump in and help too.
Well, I mean, I'm only the sergeant at arms, so all I do is ding, ding, ding. So it's not like I'm doing anything, So I was going to play the ukulele today. I'll do that next time. I mean, I don't play it. I would have strummed it. Or I need to, I'd like to do one of those, what is it? Is it Queen? No, not Queen. Who does that one? Galileo, Figaro.
Heard that before.
Yeah, something like that, and then say Madam President. So yeah, but no, it was an outstanding meeting. Yeah. So I'll send everybody clips. Yeah, and we started adding. Oh, I should have mentioned that we added some videos to our website. Our Toastmaster website. So you got to search for Toastmaster. And I think I had to make it because we didn't have one, which I thought we did. But anyhow, we have a new one. So you just look up Toastmasters of Richmond Hill, Georgia. And then I think there's just 2 up there now because I got to work on more. And I always get permission before I put them up there. So, But I know Mike's is up there. And I think Amy's is up there, the IKEA one. And then I'll start putting up some more. But I always ask people before I put them up there. So, yeah.
Oh, I was going to, when you had unmuted when I was asking about announcements, I thought you were going to mention about the get-together.
Oh, I did.
Because we definitely need to mention it because we want,
Yes, it's coming up. But I thought you wanted me to ask the officers first about the paying of the cars.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm in
because I
front
want
of
to
the
let people know. So So schedule a meeting. I mean, do we have a lot to talk about in the officers meeting?
I'm not one that likes to have meetings.
Right.
Period.
I mean, the only thing that I think would be good is to say how much money we have in the bank. So you could ask Amy that. Yeah, not like Marshall. He likes details, like way details. Yeah. Marshall likes to have meetings. But so I would think the only thing you'd want to know is the money, because that way when I talk to the officers, they know how much we have. I mean, the pavilion was only $30, which I thought was pretty impressive. So that part is not much. And even if everybody came, you know, we have less than 20 members. So $5 a member, that's only, what is that? 20 times 5, $100. So that's the most, and it wouldn't be that much because Mike and I ride together. Adam and Anna, and you know, they'll be here, so they'll be together, you know, so we might all be together. And then, you know, I mean, I imagine then Mike and Vanessa would ride together, and you know, and then Amy, you know, but it's not that much. And hopefully Jamila could come, and you guys could, and you can bring your mother, you know, I mean, so I'm hoping you will. So, but yeah, so it won't really even be that much. But even if it is, it'd be kind of cool. But I mean, I think the governor's thing is you can't have more than 50 people, which we won't have to worry about that. So yeah.
Yeah,
it'll be nice. Port McAllen. I mean, that wasn't my first choice, but it actually is nicer because there's a playground nearby, and there's Amy said there's a really nice grill there. And then of course, you know, there's hiking trails, and people want to go kayaking. You could do that, you know. I mean, we can even look at some of that stuff and, you know, make it an activity like before, and then have the picnic. It may be fun. So, all right, I'll get information, and then I mean, the kayaking part, everybody will have to pay for their own, but I can get the information, and I can even schedule, like find out who wants to do it, schedule it, and then we go do it. And then, you know, we can find some games, you know, like ring toss or something. So, you know, no three-legged races, though. You know, those are the things that I was thinking I should do a speech about that. All the things we're never going to get to do again because of COVID. Three-legged races, because you can't be that close to people. The one with what's the games, like the one where you put the fruit under your neck and then somebody has to get it from you. The ones you get really close to each other, you know, and even the spoon one. you know, I mean, you know, like, I mean,
yeah.
three-legged race is fun. I haven't done one. I don't know if I can do it now, but, you know, and like no blowing out candles on a birthday cake. You know, I mean, that was gross anyway, but we did it. So, I'm sure there's a whole bunch of things. So, but I'm definitely getting frustrated with the whole COVID, and I've been reading more and more about it. And I'm not sure that what we're doing is really going to make a difference. I think it's more about, you know, if you have issues, then you need to, like, those people need to be put away. Like all those people in the nursing home. Because if you look at even and I know that, you know, we don't want anybody to die. But if you look at the numbers, and I may do a speech about it, if you look at the number of deaths from COVID, it's like point something %. It's really low. It's just that, you know, like the media, like I think it's really become a political issue, you know, because they want to fear and like make everybody afraid because they keep talking about the number of positive cases are increasing. But that doesn't mean you're even going to be sick. A positive does not mean sick. Positive just means positive, which could be a good thing because then you won't get it again. You know, when you're positive in COVID, most people don't even go to the hospital. The majority of people do not even go to the hospital because they're positive. You know, so there is some political messaging. And I mean, it happens on both sides, don't get me wrong. But there's a lot of, yeah. So it's just frustrating. I'm just frustrated being inside and wearing a mask. Mask anymore. You know. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm getting ready. I'm doing things for Christmas on a happier note. How do you like that?
Oh,
And it's like
so
that.
cute.
Isn't that pretty?
Wow.
Yeah, see there.
Oh. So how did, okay. So are those like,
This is from my embroidery machine.
yeah,
This
that's what I was
I
gonna,
do by hand. I did this on the machine. I love my
wow.
machine. I mean, it's cool to even watch it doing it. It's just, oh my goodness, she made me dizzy. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I just turned it because my mom, my mom sews, so she's like
Oh
over
yeah,
here.
no, she's more than happy. Look, see.
See, mommy.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Thank you. It's an embroidery machine.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. See that one?
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
I got
See
a
how,
ton. I got a ton of stuff. I do. I'll have to show you some.
Okay.
There's that one. Yep. I
Oh, wow.
love my embroidery. It's an embroidery and a sewing machine, and I love it. It's so much fun. I can sit there and watch it embroider because I like to embroider, but it's so much faster and more
Yeah.
even. And one of the things that I found is that because I have the machine and I can do things like this, that I'm doing more hand embroidery because it's kind of like I like doing it by hand, but then I also know I can get things like this done faster. You know what I mean? It's way faster than what I can do. So yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun. All right. Well, you have a great evening and a good weekend. I'll see you
thank
later. Bye.
you.